Hello, my name's Helen Adams and I'm the Digital Engagement Lead for the Gardens, Libraries and Museums, known as GLAM, at the University of Oxford. We're a mixed heritage organisation of 6 sites across the city, including the UK's oldest botanic garden, its first public museum and the second largest library. The collections comprise more than 20 million items and we have more than 1,300 staff and several hundred volunteers. We're an academic organisation supporting teaching and research, but we're also Oxford's main tourist attraction. We didn't take part in Dash 2020, but I became aware of it when I was doing research into how the COVID-19 pandemic has intensified the digital divide. Digital technology and the internet is now at the very heart of how we work, communicate, consume learning and entertainment, and access public services. So this has far-reaching ramifications for heritage organisations like ours that hope to encourage greater engagement and participation among target audiences, many of whom are at risk of digital exclusion. And it became clear that this issue wasn't just about our publics, but that we had to think about our staff and volunteers too. Some of the findings from the 2020 report really chime with me and reflected some of the enormous changes that were happening in our organisation, particularly in the rapid pivot to digital that's happened since the onset of the pandemic. For example, the data showed that participants had identified accessibility, licensing, and using social networks as some of the areas that they felt least confident in. And moving forward, we want to empower more staff to create web content, engage on social, and pursue online revenue opportunities. And so it was really useful to see that we may need to think about investing greater support in those areas. We would like to use the Dash data from 2021 in a variety of ways to identify the areas in which our staff would like support and training and to build that into CPD plans and to other measures of staff well-being and satisfaction, to understand their preferences on how that training is delivered, whether it's through self-led video tutorials or peer-to-peer group environments. We'd like to use it to streamline new, inclusive and collaborative ways of working, to look at job descriptions and recruitment priorities, and to frame the digital elements of grant applications. We'll use it to create more sustainable and wide-ranging remote volunteering opportunities. And finally, we'll use it to benchmark our digital literacy against the rest of the sector. Digital transformation is a rewarding but difficult process, especially in a large, multi-site and long-established organisation such as ours. And Dash is a really easy way to gather information on what we do well collectively when it comes to using digital technologies and where there's room for improvement. The fact that it is anonymous helps respondents be candid and transparent in a way perhaps they might not be in an internal audit, and it only takes them 10 minutes to do. So all in all, it's time really well spent, and I thoroughly recommend it.